that I am asking. Oh, I'm going fun. Just love me. I love you. It won't be hard to do. Well, all right.
Al Levine, the Talking Machine. We got Smokin' Jim Frazier, and we have two special guests. We're going to bring them up in a couple minutes. And I'm going to start with Smokin' Jim Frazier, who was in traffic. He just got in here in time. So, Robert, if you could take a nice picture, because I don't know how long we'll be here. He has a habit of leaving rather quickly, but you never know. So, Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green, you got to see Levine. I got good news and I got bad news. The bad news is Pittsburgh Penguins lost again.
No.
Good news is choking is covered under Obamacare. Hey, listen, Pittsburgh is no longer the city of champions. Pittsburgh is no longer the city of champions. The Pirates have one winning season in the last 22 years. Pitt football is mediocre, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking at back-to-back non-winning seasons for the first time since 1969. I'm not here to hate. I'm just shooting straight. The Pittsburgh Steelers had their worst draft that they had in the history of the organization recently, and I truly believe the Pittsburgh Steelers no longer want to be great. They just want to be 8-8.
Now, I don't know about anybody in the back, but Molly at the bar, did you hear Smokin' Jim at all? Because I can't hear a thing right now. I'm actually deaf in this left ear. And he always is at my left. We got to switch that up so I can get Obamacare. Now, I'm not as comedic as Smokin' Jim, and I'm not as loud as Smokin' Jim, but I do have a few things on my mind. I'm just happy to be in Pittsburgh with professional teams. And sure, they aren't winning right now, and yes, they could have different coaches. And the Penguins, why did they fire Shiro, who hired Bausma? And coaches only have an expiration date of less than 4 years in hockey, so think about it. We're going to wait till they hire another coach after they get the general manager. But what's on my mind is I got a couple announcements. Smokin' Jim not only was in the hospital, recovered, full volume. We don't know what's wrong with him. It's a mystery illness. So I'm happy to have my friend here, not just the co-host. At 3:33, let me see, on my phone, I can't even, it's just not a smartphone. But he texted me some great news for us. We do a lot of boxing announcing, and we're around the city a lot. And he tells me, hey Al, we got this great gig. It's a pro fight out at the Meadows on June 26th. Now my buddy's such a naive, nice guy. He forgot that I posted this on Facebook. Or he didn't forget it, he just liked it and didn't read it. Now, the great thing about this is we become friends with Jason Bergman, who's the NABA heavyweight champion. He's a good friend. Matter of fact, his profile picture, if you friend him, has me with him. So it's quite an honor. He's fighting that night, defending his championship. And my good friend here didn't realize I was so happy, I called him immediately. And he never talks on the phone, so this is a blessed day. And that's what we're going to do, June 26th at the Meadows. So come on out there. We'll know more details. We're going to be the ring announcers. You get to hear our banner back and forth, and this is going to be on TV. We'll find out details because he's not a detail man. He's a connector, and he got me there. And now I want to announce another thing that we have. I sort of teased everybody today that we're going to have a boxing announcement, and we do. We have two great people here. We got Coach Rock, and we got Goldie here, who's a champion in her own right. You'll find out more about her. But listen to this announcement. At a boxing match about a month ago, Smokin' Jim and I are announcing, Coach Rock comes up to us, and he goes, hey, I have some big plans for you guys. And this is part of innovating, and Jessica brings a lot of people here. And who would think, from starting in this little club like this, that somebody would go, you two are going to be announcing boxing in the Hill District. So we're like, yeah, okay. That sounds great. He goes, no, it'll be in Center Avenue. I go, wow, that's even better. And now this is during a boxing match. And Coach Rock, he's a judge, he's a coach, he's an ex-boxer. He has quite the story, but you have to watch our show from Monday night. And Goldie is one of the toughest people you ever meet. So here I'm thinking, Smoking Jim, how are we going to announce boxing in the Hill District? Well, they got it at the Y. It's going to be in the afternoon, and the prices are reasonable. I'll let them promote their own little thing here, but I'm going to segue right into that. Coach Rock and Goldie, I'm done with what's on my mind. Let's find out what's on your mind. Walk up. No, I'll hold it. I'll be your prop man. If they can see it. He can't do a lot of close-ups because of being that far away.
That's why he's got his short sock. He's banner tonight. He's got the legs. They kind of glare when I take the photo.
Wait, quit focusing on my legs, Robert. It's a family-friendly show. Well, I want to introduce my two special guests here, and this is about promoting them. Ladies first. So Goldie, who are you?
My name is Goldie Shields. I'm from the Hill, originally from the Hill, but I
Hold it, so am I. 105 Pride Street I was born.
yeah?
Yeah, I'm serious. It's underneath Mercy's Hospital now. Their emergency room. Check it out.
I'm gonna check it out too. I'm gonna hold him to his word. I'm gonna check it out.
I'm serious. Go ahead.
Now you got me stuck, right?
Well, because here's why. She was so nervous on Monday's show
Yeah.
that if I don't interrupt her a little bit, then she'll start losing her focus. Now she's going to fight right now. And watch that right. And then you notice that's the hugging arm.
No, I just
She got the mic in the left.
I keep talking and forget that he's interviewing me. That's what I do.
Yes, you do. Who are you?
Anyway, my name is Goldie Shields, and I'm originally from Elmore Square, that's the Hill District, and I moved to Brandon, Florida. I came back to visit my family, and it was kind of shady. It's like a whole bunch of crime going on. So I decided to put special events together and have some fun in the neighborhood. And then I came up with the boxing, and that's when I met Coach Rock, and we decided to go ahead and put a boxing event at the YMCA, which he could tell you more about the story because they ain't do it since the 70s.
1971 I found out, so for all the math majors, like I was kidding, that's 43 years ago. So, Coach Rock, tell him your real name first, because I just found out on Monday. I thought he was just Rock.
Everybody calls me Coach Rock, but my real name is Henry Robinson Jr. I was born in Rock, and I grew up in New York. That's where my boxing took off at. But I want to talk about the Hill and how long it's been since they've had a championship bout or a bout with any type of elite fighters. Rudy Bowles in 1971 was the last fighter to fight on the Hill District. Rudy has now gone on to be with the Lord, but right now, a vision and a dream that has come from out of this young lady here that used to box too, decided to come back to Pittsburgh and bring boxing back, boxing's best back to the Hill.
Well, here, you guys have kept everybody in suspense. What day is it?
It's going to be a Saturday, June 7th. It's going to be
What time?
1 o'clock bell time.
How early can you come in?
You come in right at the weigh-ins at 11 o'clock.
Okay, and you'll actually see the weigh-ins of the fighters, and if you haven't seen that, it's quite an interesting thing to see.
There's two other quick announcements that I'm going to give you.
That's why you're here. Let's surprise the folks. Come on.
I don't know if
Hold that mic up. Let's go.
I don't know if any of you all know the famous Rayco War Saunders.
He's a friend of ours, and he has quite the story to tell.
He's a professional.
Blessed or Cursed is his book there. So go read. I read his book,
Yes.
and it's all true. He didn't hold back any punches, no pun intended.
None. Well, if you don't know, I'm here to introduce you to a fight that's going to be of a lifetime. His son, Rayco Jr., is on the card.
No way.
Yes.
We saw him fight the last two Golden Gloves.
Yes.
Him and Paul Spadaforo's son, Gino. So two boxing legends in Pittsburgh. now the next generation is coming up. So how cool is that when you talk about innovators and connectors here like this?
Well, Al, you sort of jumped the gun on me, and I was just about to tell you that Paul's son's going to fight too. But anyway, these are two young ones. These are two young guys that this is the reason why we do this. The little ones that are the next generation of the guys and girls that are coming up. That's the reason why we put our heart and soul into this. If we can keep them away from the violence and the gangs and the drugs and the misbehaving in the streets and the respecting of the parents, studying hard in school, this is what this is all about.
Well, that's why I want to thank you guys for being here. Now, tell them about some other things you have. Not all the boxers are on the card yet, but they'll have it finalized shortly, so we'll know. I don't want to test you on that. But you have another event coming up after that, so I want people, if they miss this one on June 9th or June 7th.
June 7th and August the 9th.
Yeah, there you
In
go.
every event we do, 30% come back to the community.
Yes.
And like Rock was saying, we really just want this to open up doors for the youth. The youth is our future. There's a lot of they don't have the discipline. A lot of kids are missing discipline. When you get the discipline and now to love yourself, you now to respect people around you. So that's our goal, is to reach the youth.
Right, and this is why I brought them up. They were on my other show on Monday night, and I said, we got to get the word out, and we got to get it out quickly. And Jessica has a great network, and she works with a lot of homeless children and, you know, underprivileged kids, and does all this stuff for years. 13 years she's been doing a format like this. So this is why we're glad to have you on here too.
There's a possibility there may be 2 women bouts on this bout. I want to let you know also at the August event, August 9th, keep in mind this name, Jen Morales. She's the West Virginia National Collegiate Champion with the belt. We have a lady from out of LA named Fran Shawn who fought in the Olympics. These two met in San Francisco. They were going to fight June 7th here in Pittsburgh, but Fran Shawn's out of the country. But she guaranteed us on August the 9th, if June still wants to meet her in the ring, they're going to do it.
That is great. Look at the announcements you're getting. I mean,
Hey, can we please get Beyonce's sister on the card?
I would love to, but I'd have to let Al Levine, I think she can get that one done.
Well, you give me a phone number, I'll make a call. Smoking Jim will just look at the photos there. That's what's going on there. He is a great NFL scout. He's a great scout of women's shoes, men's shoes in the ring. So he has a lot of talents here that I like to bring out for people that don't realize. He's multifaceted also. And you can explain that to him later what that means. It's a compliment, my friend. But no, we appreciate what you're doing. How do they reach you? Because we want to promote. Tell them the price of tickets, because we didn't cover that yet. Wait till you hear the price, how reasonable.
$10.
Say that again.
$10 to get in to watch the fight.
And don't you have some entertainment and stuff going on later? Or are you going to do that? Or
Yes, we definitely going to have a DJ there, and I'm giving out some boxing gloves. So you want it with 50-50 routings, and I would love for this young man that could draw. He could draw really good, and it's like more of a cartoon character with big gloves on. So, and we're going to be taking pictures.
is there any phone numbers we can call?
Yes, you could actually reach me at 814-360-3080. My office is on 2514 Wiley Avenue, Pittsburgh, PA, 15290.
And now tell them again the location of the fight, because I was kidding only a little bit about Center Avenue.
It's right on the Hill District. It's the newest Y on the Hill District. Thelma, Lavelle, right there, the newest one. It's awesome. It's a real nice gym. It's a nice location, and y'all will enjoy yourself.
And we'll be there doing what we do best, talk, Smoking Jim and I. So we appreciate the opportunity. And tell them again, and we'll see you soon. And we usually do some closing remarks here, and then we're going to try to put some of the music into this. So Devin, we'll need a time check. Let me know how close we are. Okay, we got a couple minutes to close out Smoking Jim. I always defer to my friend because he's a man in the community here. What kind of closing remarks do you have?
Well, I'm going to get to the fight early so I can always get my government cheese on the hill. But I tell you what, this is going to be a great event. I am so proud of Goldie and Coach Rock And I tell you what, come on out, support the community. A lot of great fighters here. I really believe that boxing and here in Pittsburgh is going to be the new Mecca. You don't have to go to Las Vegas. Showtime and stuff is coming here. Don't forget, 2 months ago, last month, we was with Mike Tyson. He brought Showtime Boxing here. Roy Jones Jr. and Al Levine, the talking machine, is getting into promotional business as well. So boxing is alive and well.
Another announcement. Nobody tells me these things. But check out on Facebook. That was a nice picture that Zach Brenner took of me and Mike. You know, even though I told him you must turn around to the camera. So that's why I was still talking. But that was it was nice meeting Mike. He is a nice guy. And it just, you know, guy that you grew up watching fight. It's just amazing being around these guys, and they are down to earth about it. And I wanted to give a shout out to Zach Brenner. He had an injury. It seems like all my co-hosts, they're either going to the hospital, check out nurses and lady doctors, I mean like Smoking Jim, and Zach Brenner had an accident. He's a great businessman if you need any type of remodeling, yard work, cleaning, whatever. Well, he's up in a hedge on a ladder, which that's first not that safe, but he's a good guy. He ended up cutting 2 fingers, and he didn't lose his fingers, but he had some problems with it tonight, or he would have been here. Jessica, he told me to give you a hug for him, but I said I'm not returning it back to him. So that's it for Zach Brenner. I want to close the show out that, you know, thanks for everybody for paying attention and, you know, clapping once in a while for Smoking Jim and us up here. We do appreciate it. If you like us on Facebook, we're trying to hit 3K. We hit 2878 the other day, and I'm proud of it because I'm a newbie to learning this stuff, and I keep posting things, so we're doing our best, and good luck to all of you, and we'll see you out at Enigma come June, 4th week in June, Smoking Jim. It's a Thursday night for more jazz networking with Jessica Lee. And that's it, folks. I'm going to wrap it up. Take care.
You gotta move, you gotta move. I'm telling you, baby, you got to move. I say you keep on hurting my heart now. You gotta move on. I love you, honey, with all my heart. If you mistreat me, we're gonna part. I say you keep on hurting my heart now. You gotta move on. You gotta move, you gotta move. I'm telling you, baby, you got to move. I say you keep on hurting my heart now. You gotta move on. I love you, honey, with all my heart. If you mistreat me, we're gonna part. I say you keep on hurting me, darling. You gotta move on, move on. You gotta move, you gotta move. I'm telling you, baby, you got to move. I say you keep on hurting my heart now. You gotta move on. My mama told me a long time ago, watch out for men, girl, they'll hurt your soul. I say you keep on hurting my heart now. You gotta move on. You gotta move, you gotta move. I'm telling you, baby, you got to move. I say you keep on hurting my heart now. You gotta move. there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Skylar, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a journey over the shadows and the rain to a blossom-covered lane? And in your lovely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music, faint as a will-o'-the wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy, serenading the moon. Skylar, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? Lord, have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Skylar, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a journeying over the shadows and the rain to a blossom-covered lane? And in your lonely flight, serenading the moon. Oh, sky low. I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see that anywhere, won't you leave me there? Sky low, won't you leave me there? I see trees of green with roses too. I watch the bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed day now, dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people passing by. I see fresh shaking hands. How do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. We watch them grow. They love much more than we will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The sky, also on the faces of people passing by, I see fresh shaking hands. How do you do? They're really saying, I so love you. We hear babies